Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. This is now my routine. Every time I climb, spend a good 20 minutes taping up my fingers to look after them. So yeah, just gonna do my intro whilst doing this time to save myself a bit of time. In terms of what I'm doing today, be quite a chilled session, to be honest. It's a Friday, everybody knows game day tomorrow, so I'm not going to be doing anything too crazy, and regardless, because of the skin of my fingers, I'm going to have a chilled one for the next few days just to take the strain off of those. I know I said I'd do that the last two videos and ended up not doing that, but I think I've learned my lessons as to why I ended up doing that. So today will be different. What I'm going to work on today is going to be very technical. I'm going to work on drop knees specifically, but very sort of deep drop knees. There's essentially an orange root in here at Euston Wall on an overhang, and it's a very technical V7 which requires some very technical drop knees. So today's session I'm just going to basically make some easier versions of that and practice these drop knees on the walls, and yeah, see how it goes from there. Hopefully this will be helpful for some people, and yeah, somewhat entertaining. I get the feeling it might be one of my slightly more boring videos because there's not really a whole bunch that I'm doing other than one exercise repeatedly. So yeah, we'll see what you think of it. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, just going to tape up the fingers, and then once that's done I'll get on the walls. I'll show you the orange that I'm talking about, and then I'll show you exactly what I'll be doing to practice on some more simple jug based climbs essentially. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. Okay, so the route in question that I'm referring to is this orange one here. So it starts with two hands on this, and then there's a toe hook at the bottom. But it's a drop knee between these two holds here, this one and this one, on a very overhung route, because these holds are so bad, these slopers, all the way up, they're slopers. So that is what the drop knee is required for. There's really a high one up, one foot on this, one foot on the volume as well, to reach up to this hold. So I'm going to demonstrate on some slightly easier routes what that looks like, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of practice of that today. Okay, so to practice this, I'm actually going to use different colours on this wall. So initially, my feet are going to be left on this, on the edge of that, and the right is going to be on here, and the right knee is the one that I'm going to drop. So to drop the right knee in, I can use this hold here and this hold here to set on the wall. And then I'm going to look to reach up to this hold, just as a bit of practice, and then I'll probably climb up the rest of the orange from there. So yeah, just to practice the technique. Pretty shocking first attempt, but it's a little bit more stretched than I thought, to be honest. I might have to find another section of wall to practice this on, but I think you get the principle. I'm looking to push outwards with my 2 feet and twist my knee in, which brings my hips as far into the wall as I can, which takes the weight off my hands and allows me to reach up. But on that section that I just tried that on, wasn't really the best part to do that, I don't think. Okay, I'm going to move on to this purple set of holds instead. So you can see that all of these are jugs. So I'll be using these for hands, and then I'll be varying what I put my feet on, just different colours up this route in that kind of split drop knee position, just to really exaggerate and practice that. And yeah, hopefully it will be a bit more specific and useful for this. Yeah, so it was a little bit better there, but obviously it's not the most natural way to climb this route. I'm just practicing the movement itself, so it probably looks a bit stupid on here, but that is the kind of body movement I'm going to have to try on that orange V7, so I'm just trying to find ways to replicate that on other routes whilst I rest my fingers. Okay, I'm going to move on to this section of wall now, which is actually quite nicely laid out to do exactly what I'm trying. Just using the red holds and the green holds. So a lot of the red holds are pulling in this direction, and a lot of the green holds are pulling in that direction. So it's kind of perfect for what I want to practice all the way up. So I'll use a combination of those, and there's obviously a load of feet to choose from as well. So I'm going to use this section of route to practice once again. Same thing, really varied content obviously that I'm providing today, but yeah, it's just what I want to practice for that route that I'm going to be doing another time, and just to rest my fingers as well, so see how this one goes. Okay, I'm going to do exactly the same thing again, but rather than finish on the right side, I'm going to try and finish on the left side, just to vary where my feet are and the body positions that I get in from this. Tell you what, it's very good for hip mobility, this, because as you know, Wellesley's flexible climber, my hip mobility is pretty poor, and I've never really done much movement on the walls that would improve that. But yeah, I can really feel this quite a lot in my hips as I'm turning, and it should be loosening them up quite nicely, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to do the same route again, but this time I'm going to make sure my feet are a bit higher. So on the orange route, the holds are quite close together, so the hands are very low and the feet are very high, so I'm just going to try and replicate that on this wall to get into some sort of lower drop knee positions and just practice that movement. Okay, just moved to another section of the wall now. Orange and greens, similar. Nice big jugs, thankfully, two routes next to each other. A lot of holds pulling in a lot of directions, so orange one goes up to the left and the green one goes up to the right. And both of these walls are overhanging, this one and this one. So this should be a good way to practice this once again. So I'm going to jump on here, do the same thing. It'll be obviously slightly different to the last ones, but very much the same style that I'm practicing, so see how this one goes. Okay, exactly the same again, but this time I'm going to go up to the right this time. Okay, same again, but I'm going to use the purple holes mainly. Well, I say mainly, I'll use the purple holes as hand holds, and then I'll use the feet differently, different colours. But yeah, just try and climb up the purple route, same principles, just really focusing on those drop knees, and yeah, getting that technique right. Cool. It's actually quite tiring doing this. You're engaging your quads a fair bit more than you otherwise would when you're normally climbing, so yeah, it's interesting. Obviously that's not how you're supposed to climb the routes, just to make this clear. The routes aren't set in this way. I'm just practicing a very specific movement repeatedly to get used to it in subtle different positions on the walls. So that's what I'm just practicing now, just to try and get comfortable there, because you'll see when I try that V7 Orange, you'll see where I need to do this movement and how it's going to help me. I'll explain that in another video when I actually climb that. But yeah, I hope you get the principle of what I'm actually doing repeatedly on the walls. Repetition, trying to get a lot of reps in so that I obviously improve technically, it becomes more in my muscle memory, and yeah, it'll be much easier on the more tricky route. Okay, going to try the same on this long black V1 route now. It's quite a lot of holds on this that should be quite handy for that. So once again, just a good bit of practice for this movement. I mean, that was really messy because I was trying to force that move when I definitely shouldn't have done it at some times. But yeah, I think the best part of that was towards the end, certainly the last move. It's quite a good utilisation of that body movement, and yeah, it was quite effective. Okay, I'm going to end the video there, and I know what you're thinking. If you're still watching at this point, which I'd be somewhat surprised if you are, you're probably thinking, thank God for that, that was fucking boring, Tom. And yeah, I agree, but that's kind of the point of training as well. It's not meant to be fun the whole time. Repetition and doing things consistently, it's not ever the most entertaining thing, but when you do something that's going to improve your technique, for example, it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of repetition, it's going to be boring, but you'll get the results from it. So yes, that probably was very boring to watch. It was somewhat boring to film as well. It's frustrating that I can't really climb hard with my fingers right now. I'll be doing some canvassing in some future videos whilst looking after my fingers as well, so that will be a bit more exciting, I suppose. But yeah, I thought I'd share this anyway because this is what I'm doing, for one, and also it will help my technique on that particular boulder. We'll see that in the future at some stage when I film that video. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope it was useful to some people that are, and yeah, as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Really helps me out loads, really appreciate it. And most importantly, make sure you grab life by the plums, and I will see you in the next one.